This is topical issues. Today's KENPO has to do with judo techniques in KENPO, Kenya politics. As the Electoral Commission is waiting to be approved, there are certain things that I would like to put forward. As Kazos Sensei, there's been this idea of internet conspiracy, and today's topic is internet conspiracy. Can a computer hatch chicks? It's an interesting question. So I'm going to start with what has happened somewhere in the world, and then I come to Kenya and give my suggestions. These are my personal suggestions. Nobody is forced to take them. It's just the way I view them. So they are an input. In case they would be of any importance to the ones coming in, please feel free to take them. They are not patented. And if you don't agree with them, you will be an independent electoral commission answerable only to the Kenyans, nobody else. So what I'm giving us just suggestions. You have an office, you have got everything that will be there. Those who will come in, everything to run, the knowledge, the manpower, but this is just a concern from what has happened in the past. So I'm going to start slowly from an example from outside. During the 2004 US elections between John Kerry and George W. Bush, there were such allegations, but quickly fizzled out, of a computer having somehow appeared to have hatched votes. Later in the Kenyan field, the politician claimed over with finality. Hivyo ni vifaranga vya computer. I think you can remember that. People had even photographs on in newspapers, many chicks on a computer. We can laugh, but it almost brought the country to a standstill. There were chaos. Eventually things calmed down. So let me delve into our politics as from when we were a protectorate. Let me now delve into our country and the politics. On 12th December 1963, the British governor Malcolm MacDonald of the Kenyan Protectorate handed over power to the last prime minister. That was the last prime minister within the rule of the, because we have had a prime minister of late. When the governor was leaving, that was the first prime minister of Kenya, I think, who took over power, Jomo Kenyatta, in 1963. The government gave sovereignty to the internet said, handed over power to the last prime minister of Kenya Protectorate at that time, and the Sultan of Oman simultaneously ceded power of the coastal strip to the prime minister that time. We began our political KENPO with the two parties, that was KANU and KADU. Eventually, we had one party that ran the politics. The party was called KANU Party and had an emblem of a cock, Jogo. It is strange that we are talking of judo. And I also go to judo and find our first party was KANU and the emblem of a cock, Jogo. The founder of KANU of judo was called Kanu Jigoro. Almost like Kanu Jogo. A similarity almost. So I chose it. I thought it would be wise to use judo. When you are learning judo, the first thing you learn are force, and these ones are done on mats. So we are arranging our Kenyan political dojo afresh because we have had problems with the dojo arrangements in the past. I would suggest for those who are coming in, to save them from the wrath of the Kenyan warrior, samurais, because we become warriors when we are offended during Christian time, and we can quickly use our katana. Katana is the sword for the samurai or the warrior in Japanese, to cut you to pieces during that time. So please beware. Kenyans can be very angry when one takes them for granted. So I'm putting this in a mat or tamati format. Tamati 1. For proper registration of voters, prepare a link with the ID card insurance entity in the country, so that you are able to ensure that the ID cards that are given may not be forgeries from elsewhere. They are ID cards from the required place, and so you are registering genuine voters. But in that same tamati, same mat, ensure that you have a link, server link. The first one, you should also have a server link, and the second one, server link, with the births and dates certificate place, so that people don't come with the IDs of the dead people, record as voters, and then you have a problem later being able to account how a station had so many votes during a certain time, and if a census is carried out, those votes are not there. So ensure those who vote are alive, clean with the deaths, birth and death certificate department, and ensure that the IDs that come are genuine, so that people don't come with fake ID register elsewhere, and then come with genuine IDs and register, and you are unable to reconcile the population of the voters as per the population of a certain place. Clean up in that way. IDs, deaths, and birth certificates. Have a suffering. Tamati 2. Ensure you have your own secure information technology. Lines and masts. Don't use masts or lines from any provider, service provider, because they may be harmed, they may be hacked. You will be told they are secure, but there are possibilities. People can be compromised within the sector. Have your own secure line, not dependent on the communication servers, not dependent on the police, not dependent on the military. Yours, secure, totally yours. Another thing that has come to Tamati 3, every time we've had elections, there have been always the complaint of servers. The servers, I don't know where, can't open. The servers here, then I wanted to find out, what is this animal called a server? To my surprise, a server is a computer that collects information from other computers and puts them together, a collection point. In Kenya, each polling station is in an independent polling station. So there's no need of having a server out. Have a system where your servers are interlinked without external interference by secure means. And you will have the votes coming in to you directly, and the headquarters. So if somebody has a complaint, there's no need of opening the server. Which polling station do you have complaints from? Just go to the server, print a form. It will be having the results that were sent securely to that place. Let him use that as evidence in a court. Let those ones be used as an evidence in court. You don't have to call a group of people, experts or what, that they are computer experts working on servers. A server is just a connection point. So make it that way. You have secure network, secure to you, not to any other person. You can only be the ones to print. And when somebody has complaints from polling stations, ask for the names, give them printouts, see if it compares with the other. And then those are the counts, because our final counts are done at the polling station. You just receive the results. So have all your servers in Nairobi. You don't have to have servers in Hong Kong. You don't have to have servers in Newcastle. You don't have to have servers in Johannesburg. You have your server in the headquarters, where if somebody comes, you can print from the main server, and we are printing from the server. That is all. That is all that is there. Take it to court. Tatami 4. Ensure your voters' cards have serial numbers like they had, and identifiable markers like they have. At counting time now, photograph each voter's paper, because that is what brings problems. After counting, tell them the results, but you have photographed, count and photograph, count and photograph. And then you will send this to the servers. In case there is a complaint, one can be able to find the voters' papers that were used and the serial numbers, because they don't have names. This was a serial number in our station, and this was the vote. So one wouldn't have a hard time saying, now this one was spoiled. You have photos of the spoiled, photos of those unused, and you have the photos of those that were used. So now, if it is physically counting, you can count from the photos, 1, 2, 3, who was the most. Then that story ends there. Then information should only be accessible to the commission workers who are entitled to do that, not any other commission workers, to avoid things being cooked up. Only display your results on the media. Let the media display yours. Don't allow speculative counting. You are the only people mandated to count and give the results, because others may get information from fake servers, and you will have problems explaining why some results are not tallying to the results in your server. So your server is final. You are independent. Don't allow anybody in speculative counting. Let them just show what is there. They can count what has come and remain there. But they wait for your count. Then they can check theirs if they tally with yours. Don't allow speculative, because that is where problems begin. NGOs, let them just observe the opening. They can stay out, but don't let them interfere with the inside activities. Have only the voters coming in, those people who are taking care of the voting from your commission, because these are the ones who brought trouble. With anything they speculate, then it will become the truth. Even the observers said, have CCTV cameras working inside and outside, where you can be able to ascertain. In case of a quarrel over a station, you can be able to bring CCTV footages. They are better than even the observers. So you have those ones. Let the observers be out. Only have agents and those people who are supposed to be in. Have an alert system like in the examination areas. When the examination papers are being opened, it alerts so that you know that particular moment. Have such so that when the voters' boxes and whatever is being opened, you can have such an alert. You know how you can do it. As usual, the polling station is the final. So anything somebody should not come to give disputes to the headquarters. If that was the count, and the photos and everything ascertained to that, then he can only go to court. They don't have to come to you again. What will you do about the results that have been done there and transmitted as the final results? Have permanent employees. The idea of hiring people, I know it's a tedious job. You need many people, but people come from different backgrounds and some may be compromised. Find a way that you can have even the stations that are closer being put in one place where you can use fewer employees, but have your permanently employed people working with these things so that you don't have infiltrations. Final results to be printed and handed over. You've been doing that. And then about the commission, have a way of communication. Like, about 2 times there has been undivided announcements. It's like there are 2 or 3 commissions working together. Have a way of doing your internal things before you make an announcement. And don't have people seated all over. They can be satisfied with what is being shown there because those are the results. Let the few people who come be in a place where the commissioner can announce from safety, because it has happened several times. Some have got injuries. Ensure safety to your workers, because it has happened. Some have been abducted, some have been killed. So have secure communication system to your workers, because they are very important during working time. Very secure, that cannot be hacked. It will help you a lot from having what other people have been having when voting time comes. Another tamati is, don't bow down to anybody, either those in the opposition, because there are times when people in the opposition will harass, and also those in government. Be totally independent, and the Kenyans, Kazo, will be greatly indebted to you. As you come in, know those are the problems that we have been having. Those are things that have brought clashes amongst the voters. Those things of people waiting out votes will be stolen, refuse. Nobody should wait. What can one do to change the voting within the station? So once they have been done and been announced, what is one waiting for out there? And the CCTV cameras are there. Discourage any crowds near the polling stations. Discourage. If possible, let just people come in, vote and go. CCTV cameras will take care of that situation. In case one has doubts, the CCTV cameras and whatever you have will take care of that. I think that is more transparent than what we are told. People come, they crowd out there, they cause chaos, sometimes they interfere with the polling material, so you are not very sure now because things are mixed up. So they be kept at bay. That done, I know Kenyans will say that is a fair count. You will never have a problem like the others have. I beg to stop there and we start arranging the tatamis or the mats as you arrive, because these are some of the things that will give you headaches. But if you have them in check, everything will flow smoothly. Which whoever will be approved the best, serve the Kenyans. You will be our agent for hiring and firing, and we have trust in whoever will be approved. Welcome to the KENPO, Kenyan Judo, because you will play Judo. You will have throws and grapples and whatever. Yours is a ground-to-ground game, body to body. So be prepared. I wish you the best, those who will be approved.